In our current affairs module, let us discuss about the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020. Recently, Parliament has passed three acts related to agriculture. All the three acts are very important, and these acts are in heated debate and discussion. There is a lot of protest going on throughout the country related to these acts. So, I have made separate videos for each one of these acts. Please do watch. All these things are very important for UPSC. In this particular video, I will be covering Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020, which is known as supplement to the APMC Act. So let us understand APMC Act first. Later we can go into the features of the new act. Now let us try to understand APMC Act. APMC stands for Agricultural Produce Market Committees. These are popularly known as mandis in the local areas. These APMCs will be established by state governments. So each state is divided based on geographical areas, and particular geographical area will be allotted to the particular APMC. And also government will notify the commodities that needs to be sold in the APMC. So in this particular notified area, those notified commodities can be sold only by APMC. By doing this, it will avoid the exploitation of the farmers. So government will set up something known as minimum selling price. So less than this minimum selling price, no one can procure the items from the farmers, and that procurement will happen only in APMC. Now APMC will ensure that minimum selling price is assured. By doing this, exploitation of the farmer is avoided. This is the whole idea behind APMC Act. And this act was enacted in 1950s. It is great extent helped the farmers to ensure better prices. Now let us try to understand the broad structure of APMCs. Here there is farmers, agents and buyers. All these people will be facilitated by APMC. Farmers will bring their agricultural producers to APMC. There will be agents which are licensed by the APMC. To become an agent in that particular APMC, they will have to get the license from the particular APMC. These agents are nothing but they are middlemen. They will negotiate with the farmers and they will procure the farm produces. However, negotiation can happen, but minimum selling price of that commodity should be ensured. Once they procure these items from the farmers, they will sell the produce to buyers. By doing this, agents will make a profit, and with that profit they will have to give APMC cess. Also, they will be having the rented shops in the APMC area. For that, they will have to pay the rent to APMC. All these license fees, rent and cess will be useful for APMC to maintain its infrastructure. Also, people who is working under APMC. Now let us try to understand the issues with APMC Act. First one is monopoly. As we already discussed, in the particular region, only APMC can procure the agricultural produce notified by the states. So no one else can do the business in that particular area. This monopoly is against the free market economy. This is one of the drawback of APMC Act. Then second one is cartelization. Let me explain cartelization. As we have already discussed, there will be a negotiation between farmers and agents to procure the items. Now all these agents will group together and they will squeeze the farmers and they will purchase the items at minimum selling price. Then they will sell the same product to the buyers at higher price, making lot of profit. This is called cartelization, which is one of the drawback of APMC Act. Then high charges levied by the APMCs. As we have already seen, there is a license fees, rent for shops, APMC cess, and many other hidden charges levied by the APMCs. These are all though charges levied on agents. all these were shifted to either to the farmer or to buyer, making it very costly business. Then license Raj. So as we have already discussed, the people had to get the license to become agents in that particular APMC. Only those who are powerful and those who had money, they could only get the licenses, making it as a very difficult to enter into APMC for common person. Now, one more drawback was exporters, processors, food processors, and retail chain operators. These are the people, they wanted to procure the items directly from the farmers, but existing APMC Act did not had any sufficient law to make this happen. These were the one of major issues with the APMC Act. In order to overcome these drawbacks, Model APMC Act was introduced in 2003, which is enacted by central government. This is just a model to guide all the states. There were some of the features like direct farming, contract farming, and special commodity markets. Direct farming means farmer can directly sell the agricultural produce to the buyer. That freedom was given to the farmer. Contract farming is farmer and the buyer, they can get into some kind of contract before sowing the seeds itself. Then once the agricultural commodity is produced, then farmer will have to sell that particular commodity to the contractor or who is the buyer. By doing this, risk of farmer will be reduced. Then there were some of the markets established for special commodities in that particular region. These are some of the features given by the central government. However, since agricultural marketing is a state subject, states had to enact the laws to make this happen in that particular state. But only few states enacted this law. All the states did not do. Also, few of the states modified the law as per their convenience. So that even diversified the act. Also, some of the states even cancelled it. For example, Bihar cancelled the APMC Act in 2006. By doing this, right now there is a huge variations between state to state in terms of APMC Act. This is one of the major challenge in agricultural marketing in India. Now let us try to understand the features of the new law, that is the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act 2020. The new act which will unify Indian market. It makes one India, one agricultural market. So any farmer can sell it to any other buyers. Now they need not to dependent on the APMCs. These are supplement to the APMCs. Existing APMCs will be there even after this enaction of this law. However, this will work along with APMCs. There will be an electronic trading platform through which farmers can sell their produces. And also there is a safeguarding mechanism in which it says that there should not be any charges, says, or levy on the farmers produce under this benefits of new act. Benefits to the farmers: there will be a better prices for the farmers by bypassing middlemen. No marketing cost involved. E-selling option is available. Farmers will be having freedom of choice to sell. Also, there will be a separate dispute resolution mechanism under this act. Buyers also can benefit from the new act. They will be having freedom of choice. The new act will avoid the license mechanism, which was a hurdle during APMC Act. There will be a better price realization, not just to the buyers but also to the farmers. Agricultural marketing as a whole, how it will benefit, let us try to understand. There will be a barrier-free intrastate and interstate trade. Also, surplus as well as deficit can be managed. Now let us try to understand the issues with the new act. There is lot of debates and protests going throughout the country regarding the new act. One of the major reasons why states are opposing this new law is the way center has enacted this law without discussion and consultation of the states. As we have already know, agricultural marketing is a state subject. But now center has enacted the law, but there is protests going throughout the country by the farmers against the new law. Let us try to understand the reason behind this. Farmers are feared that over a period of time the structures of APMCs will be weakened due to the new law. Once the APMCs are weakened, then government may remove minimum selling price mechanisms. So if minimum selling price mechanism has been removed, then there is a great chance that farmers may be exploited. This is the reasons farmers are feared about the new law. And there is a example in the year 2006, Bihar removed APMC Act. After that, there was a situations in which some of the commodities were sold less than MSP in Bihar. Because of this, there is a natural fear among the farmers about the new law. Then there are some of the critics who are criticizing the time in which government has enacted this new law. So recently, many corporates, including Reliance, Adanis, and many other corporates, are getting into a agri marketing business. Now, government has enacted this new law, and it is welcoming lot of corporates and capitalists into the market. So this may hamper the farmer. Way forward, free market mechanism introduced by the government is a good move. However, the fear of the farmers regarding MSP removal is also equally true. Considering this, government should ensure that minimum support price will be ensured in the future as well through this new scheme. There should be a strict regulatory mechanism